Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to episode 3 of Recruiter Talk with myself, Melanie, and Elizabeth. Today on our show, we are so excited because we have not one, but 2 guests, John O'Clair and Joe Robichaud. So, gentlemen, would you like to introduce yourselves real quick?
Sure. Hi, everyone. John O'Clair. I'm Vice President of Business Development at Hawkins Point. Coming up on a year and a half with the organization, although I've known Joe, my colleague here, and many people at Hawkins Point via overlaps over the courses of our careers. So thrilled to be with you today.
And my name is Joe Robichaud, also Vice President of Business Development. I've been with Hawkins Point since 3 years now, and seen the company grow significantly. And as John mentioned, we've worked together in the past for many years. I've known him for a long time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us today. So what we just want to talk about is, obviously both of you guys have been pretty successful throughout your careers. So we just want to know, what do you think has been able to make you be successful throughout your career?
I guess I'll start, Joe. So this is to call us business development people or salespeople is sort of a misnomer, because I think of us more as relationship managers. Our job is to reach out to our clients, our prospective clients, get to know them, get to know their businesses, what problems they have, try to explain to them what Hawkins Point does or the other companies I've worked for over my career, and when to think of us. And the job really is just to get to know people and position us. It's not to sell anything. The sales are made down the road when needs intersect with capabilities. And so I think, my secret, Joe may agree, is more to put myself in my client's shoes and treat them the way I want to be treated. And when you surround yourself with awesome colleagues like we have here at Hawkins Point, it makes our jobs very easy.
Yeah, I would, to tack onto that, I think, the question when we're first asked this is what makes us successful. The first thing that comes to mind is the people, right? So it's not about us trying to sell the client something. It's about, as John pointed out, the natural intersection between their needs and our capabilities. And what makes the job easy, or to some extent easier, is the quality of the people that we bring with Hawkins Point. So, we've built a team of life science professionals, people that have spent their entire career working for or consulting to life science companies. So we bring a whole bunch of domain expertise. So for John and I to go in and talk to a client and listen to what their needs are, it's easier for us to be able to make that connection and suggest areas where we'd be able to help.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the fact that you said going in and listening to your client, obviously that's super important, and bringing in the proper and right talent that they're looking for, which is where me and Liz come in.
Yeah, and I think it's also really important to mention just the fact that, we do work very closely together. And although our jobs are different, one thing that we both have is, the human interaction. And it's just so important to be human and to just be realistic and, to just treat everyone the way that you want to be treated. And if you do that, you're going to be successful.
For people who are listening who may not be as familiar with professional services, we talk internally about this all the time, the 3 legs of the stool, the relationship building, business development leg, the recruiting leg, and then the operations. And Joe and I could be the best at our jobs, but if you two aren't the best at your jobs, we'll fail. And if you two are the best at your jobs and we are not that great, we'll fail. And the same with our operations colleagues. We have to do all 3 great, and we do. And that's why we're successful. It's a little bit of Joe and I as maybe the tip of the spear and keeping in touch with a lot of people, but it's a collection of all of us that makes this company so great to work for and do such great work for our clients.
And I would say the other thing I'd mention too is sort of there's a level of trust. So as like John mentioned, we're business development in a services model. So for us, it's really building that trust with the client to know that you know, we're not just trying to sell them something that we have. We're trying to sell them a value. As a professional services firm, our job is to make them successful. So that's sort of the motif that we go in and we think about when we're talking to them, is how can we make them successful, not what makes us successful, because that happens intuitively. So it's the trust that we've built up. So when, to John's point earlier, when a client thinks about, hey, I really need some help. Oh, wow, let me call Hawkins Point, John or Joe, because they haven't steered me wrong, and they've provided, you know, talented individuals to help me be successful.
I was waiting for somebody to talk. No, that's great. I think, like you were saying, like the teamwork aspect of it is super important. And I came from Oracle, which is a huge corporation. But like to come to Hawkins Point, where we work so close together. We have multiple phone calls weekly. And, you know, if I ever have a question, I easily text or call one of you guys, and you know, get back to me right away. And the fact that, yeah, we can do that, or I can call Heather, our CEO, or whoever it may be. And, you know, if I have a question, you know, I think that transparency and that teamwork is huge.
Look at how close we work together. We all four of us fit on one screen.
Yeah.
Especially since you have a big head. We do have fun.
Joe and John,
right? So
everyone.
the name of the game is, right, we want to come to work every day. We want to work for a company that, you know, we can do good things for good clients. We can make some dough, but we have fun doing it. And that's, hopefully that comes true to the way the four of us have interacted on this quick call. We're not all business all the time. It's sort of a good recipe of fun, but getting the job done well. And I think our clients appreciate that. The people we do business with, I think that, and colleagues that want to join us, I think that becomes pretty evident very quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Our relationships within the company, like we're all, like you said, we're all super close. So I hope that shines through, and we are speaking with people. And as we pass candidates along, I hope, you know, we all give the same message, and they feel that good vibe that we all tend to give off, hopefully.
Nothing makes me more proud than when a client calls and says, you know, your consultant, your folks is so strong and doing such a great job. Can you help us on this project? Because I just decided to call you because you do such great work for us. So that's awesome to hear when we hear, you know, the repeat business, which is, if you look at where our work comes from, I bet a very, very high percent of our business comes from our existing client base. It's a high percentage of repeat business because we do such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Not we meaning Joe and I, we meaning Hawkins Point.
Hawkins Point as a team.
Thank you for clarifying. We didn't get that part. No, but I think normally at this time we'd jump into a game, but unfortunately we have run out of time, and we do not have time for a game today. I know you guys are very sad about that. You can cry
next time.
But we'll have to play one next time you come on.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was fun.
For watching, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks, John.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
So long.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.